All right, so this is the last part, 9 out of 9 of the 9-part caregiving series, where I take you over my shoulder and show you what really happens inside a family when aging starts changing everything. This is about the Smiths family and the drama they have. And if you've missed the earlier videos, go back and start there. And yes, this is a true story. Hi, I'm Suzanne Fasella, a retired physician assistant and healthcare advocate. And I teach family caregivers how to go from emotional chaos to strong leadership with more confidence, less exhaustion, and the right resources. And I don't fix problems. I teach caregivers how to fix their own problems. Now, let's look at the rest of the story. Let's continue this conversation. Mr. Smith has had a conversation with Mrs. Smith, and I have monitored. He changed his mindset. No longer does he feel like a burden, and he's excited about fixing up the house. Mrs. Smith is harder to open up, but she has a conversation with Mary, and I monitor that too. Her mindset begins to shift as well. She starts separating duty from love and realizes that doing more does not mean she loves her husband more, or doing less means she loves her husband less. She's willing to speak up now, especially about the changes in the house. Mary also has a conversation with Dan, and I monitor that one. And Mary's mindset changes. The love is still there, but the duty and the rescue are no longer driving everything. She no longer feels like she has to rescue her parents from their home. She can now let them live in their own place. Once the pressure is lifted in the Smiths family, it would have been easy to assume that everything was solved, but it wasn't. All they had was one good conversation, one moment of honesty, one breakthrough. That was it, one reality. That is why I do not simply fix problems. I teach caregivers how to fix their own problems before more problems always come, and they will. Families do not have one big talk and suddenly leave all their old baggage behind. Change does not work that way. And that is exactly why I continued to monitor the Smiths, not because they were failing. They were not. They were doing the best that they knew how. But people tend to easily slip back into old habits. Mr. Smith could still fall back into pride and resistance. Mrs. Smith could still slide back into quiet duty and over functioning, letting her husband fix up the house his way without her saying anything. And Mary could still feel the urge to rescue them from making their financial mistakes. And Dan would still pull back, looking for his own peace by protecting the parents' finances. None of that meant the conversation, the original one, didn't matter. It meant the conversation was the beginning, not the end. One quick fix rarely creates a lasting fix. I've seen this over and over again. Structure does the trick. Becoming a leader in your family means stepping way back, listening to everyone's needs, helping people trust you, and letting them be allowed to make their own choices. Steadiness means knowing that no matter what choices they make, you can still build a support system around them, a structure that does not fail. No matter what their choices are, you can do this. This is what senior care advocacy does. This is what patient advocacy does. This is how we become leaders in family caregiving. And remember, caregiving doesn't collapse because you don't care enough. It collapses when love carries what structure should. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.